Bill Freilich Athletic Center at UHAS McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School. This is the Coach's Corner. Along with the head coach of the Penn Hills Indians, Ron Graham, I'm Bill Navari. First off, Ron, thanks for letting us do this on a Wednesday. Steeler game tomorrow night, so
I understand.
I appreciate you taking time out of practice and bringing some kids with us.
Yeah.
Looking back to last week and ahead to this week, let's accentuate on the positive things you saw from Friday night's loss to Gateway.
Well, through the film and obviously on the field, there was some excellent contact. Defense rose up to the occasion. There's quite a few turnovers they created, and the young guys never gave up. We showed that we have some team speed, able to keep those guys out of the end zone, because they had a fantastic team, a lot of team speed. But our guys rose the occasion, were able to run. We had some things we have to work on. The positives, you know, they're as far as the coaching aspect, yes, it'd been nice to win, but it's an exhibition game. We had a young quarterback, sophomore, first time starting since midget football, and he was a star in midget football, and now he's working his way through. And we had to be cautious, make sure we protected the ball to get some comfort level for him and get adjusted to the speed of the game. And I actually thought he did fine.
Defensively, you had to be happy with the aggressive nature that the team was. Yes, you made some mistakes, but once Gateway got into the red zone, the team really seemed to rise up, play aggressive, and they took 5 turnovers, takeaways from Gateway.
Yes, a lot of pride with the defense. You know, they did what they could do to keep them out of the end zone. They made some great plays, some instinctive things, you know, balls tipped, fumbles. Even we had one ball that was run 90 yards. Unfortunately, it was called back. But there was a lot of things from an aggressive defense that the kids did on the field. So I was pretty pleased about that.
As an educator now, what are the things that you saw that you think these kids need to improve upon for this week against Bethel Park?
Well, there's some lessons learned in the game that at some point there, the emotions got too high, which takes you away from the foundation of the game, which you're supposed to be doing. And we got into this rivalry kind of concept and got away from doing our assignments. And there was some plays, aggressive plays on defense, and that did hurt us a little bit.
You mentioned Chaz Whitaker, the sophomore quarterback. He's going to be something to see over the next 3 years. You mentioned he was cautious with him this week, only threw 2 downfield passes, a lot of screen passes, little swing passes. But this week you mentioned that you're going to try to open up the offense a little bit and let Chaz get more involved.
Well, you're right. We're going to open up a little bit. We got to get the ball into the hands of some of our other playmakers. I want to recap a little bit. 2 of the passes, the 1 touchdown on another long pass that he threw, he actually called audibles to throw those passes. So he started to see that he's capable. He was able to read some of the defense. However, it was later in the game. But again, you know, we were just cautious of what we were trying to expose him to.
Are you kind of, as a head coach, drooling a little bit, waiting for him to get the grasp of the offense, knowing that you have, you know, you got Brandon Eiffel, you got Chris Washington, you got Cullen Christian, you got these fast, wide receivers out there that can get downfield quickly, and Chaz can deliver the ball. I mean, are you just waiting for that moment that you could just let him loose and let him start going deep?
Well, yes, I am kind of foaming at the mouth about it. I'm excited about it. However, there's a process. We have to take it slow. You know, our goal is to have him at peak performance as we move down to conference play.
So whenever you do open up, he's going to be ready to go, and that's whenever you're really going to expect big things out of him.
Yes.
Well, very good. Bethel Park this week, the defending champs. You've lost to them the last 2 seasons. Probably the last 2 seasons, 2 games you should have won.
Yes.
I know a lot of these seniors, they're really itching to get back at the Black Hawks to try to put this one, but emotions aside, what do you guys need to do to beat the defending Quad A champs?
They're a very sound, fundamental team, and we're working on the keys that they give us. They don't change very much. They do what they do. You know, they run their fullback, they run powers, they run some counters, nothing fancy. So we have to buckle up and play sound, aggressive football.
Well, hopefully this week you can bring home a win against Bethel Park finally.
Yes.
Our seniors of the week?
Yes, we have Doug Foster, and then we have Deshaun Ballard, both seniors who have added to the depth of the team at their positions. A defensive end, Doug's a defensive end, and Deshaun's a defensive back as well. And it allows us to get kids some rest when we have some other guys, and they're very valuable because it's not if you start, it's how you participate. And we have a lot of our guys participating and working through practice with us, as well as spelling guys on the field.
Fortunately, you know, a lot of quality kids come through this organization. And
Yes.
I think it's a testament to the organization itself.
Yes. Well, and we have, you know, it's a fine community. The young men that are coming through is a testament to the families, and things are getting better. It's not that they have been bad, but you know, we're forging to making sure the young men maintain themselves at high character.
And that they seem to do. Best of luck to you Friday night against Bethel Park. Hopefully next week we could talk about a win.
Yes.
And we look forward to talking to our Seniors of the Week.
All right, thank you.
Coming up next, our Seniors of the Week as the Coach's Corner continues here on Comcast.
My name's Deshaun Ballard, number 18, cornerback for Penn Hills Indians.
My name is Douglas Foster, number 63, defensive end for the Penn Hills Indians.
Our Seniors of the Week, Deshaun Ballard and Doug Foster of the 2009 Penn Hills Indians. Deshaun, let's start with you. You're a cornerback. You like to play defense. What is it about defense that puts you on that side, like being on that side of the ball?
Well, it's, you know, making big plays, being able to intercept the ball in front of everybody, being able to make a big play. And, you know, it's just the thrill of being able to, you know, run downhill and knowing that you have the speed to take out that running back or that wide receiver, whoever comes your way.
There has to be a whole different type of mentality being on offense and being on defense, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a different mentality. With offense, you're focused on making your way down the field. You have an agenda, you have a goal. And on defense, it's the same, but in a different sense. You don't have one point to focus on. You have many points to focus on. You have the running back, you have the wide receiver, and you also have a turnover in mind. So those three things, to me, make a difference from offense and defense.
Doug Foster, a defensive end, you know, obviously you mentioned a lot of different points you have to watch when you're on defense. But as a defensive end, you want to define what your role is on the field?
Keep outside contained, make sure that quarterback doesn't have a chance to make any plays and bust his face up.
Now, for somebody who might not understand really the game, is just learning to define what outside contain is.
Basically getting outside of your tackle or tight end. You have all the field in between you and wherever your linebacker is about 5 yards away from you. Make sure nothing gets outside of you, whether it be the quarterback, running back, or fullback.
As a defensive lineman, what is the key to your position as far as, you know, when you get started, how you get started off? Is it listening to the quarterback? Is it watching the ball? Is it looking at the other players? I mean, what is it exactly that you do when you're on there?
You have to keep your eye on the ball and your back flat and short, choppy steps. Keep it moving.
And it's always driving to the ball, getting to the ball, or is it just moving up in one direction? What do you do?
It depends. When you charge into your tackle or tight end, you have to watch the quarterback as well as keep your eye on the tackle and make sure nobody's pulling for you. It's doing a couple different things at once, but it's not as complicated as it seems.
Now, as a defensive back, I mean, what is your you know, what are you focusing on? Is it the receivers, the ball? I mean, obviously you can't focus too much on the ball because the receiver is going to go by you. So you kind of have to have, I think, one eye on the ball, one eye on the receiver, and another eye on the quarterback. And somebody, you don't have enough eyes out there, do you?
No, really. I wish I did. I wish I had someone to say right here, but you know, that's I got to work with what I get. But the main focus of what we do is we make sure, you know, we have the receiver covered, and also that the flats are, you know, contained, and make sure that nobody can, you know, break away and drive it all the way down the sideline, you know, to score that big one. We make sure we focus on the receiver, and if the running back so happens to come outside, we go and get that person.
When you graduate this year, and you guys, you know, football career ends, you know, the high school football career ends, what are you going to look back, and what are you guys going to remember most on your time here at Penn Hills High School?
The most thing I remember is what this team has taught me, and how I grew up with these people, and how they made me a better person, such as discipline, you know, being able to multitask, and also being a stand-up person, a person that people will look up to, not only on the field, but off the field as well.
Excellent. Doug, same question?
I agree mostly with what Deshaun said. Teams taught me a lot of discipline. Coaches showed me a lot of passion for what they love, and I can carry that into any aspect of life through college, whatever career I choose to do after that.
What do you plan to do after high school, Doug?
Go to school for computer science and hopefully get a job in that field.
Oh, excellent. Deshaun, what can we expect from you after you graduate?
I expect to either go to music school, you know, or if that doesn't work out, I want to go to school for computer science, or, you know, I have a lot of dreams I want to pursue, but if computer science doesn't work out, I would like to get into the medical field. You know, I have a long family history of nurses and doctors.
Well, you could always combine music and computers, or medicine and computers, or music and medicine. No, do you play an instrument?
Yeah, I played the trumpet and I played the drums, and I recently picked up the guitar, and I had piano lessons at a younger age.
Well, excellent. Pursue the music. It's a fine art.
Yes, it is.
If it
yes,
doesn't,
it is.
you can follow the computers, and maybe you guys can get together and start your own computer business.
mean,
Apple II or something. Well, best of luck to both of you. Best of luck this week, obviously, against Bethel Park. Best of luck the rest of the season and what you guys do once you guys graduate. And don't be strangers. Always stay part of the Penn Hills family.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Sean. Deshaun Ballard, Doug Foster of the 2009 Penn Hills Indians. Coming up next, week 2 of the 2009 season, Penn Hills Indians looking to try to get their first win of the year. They're going to have to do it in Black Hawk country at Bethel Park. That's coming your way next here on Comcast. From Bethel Park Black Hawk Stadium tonight, the Penn Hills Indians take on the defending Quad A champion Bethel Park Black Hawks. A very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along for another Friday night of high school football here on Comcast. And tonight the Indians look for their first win of the season as they take on Bethel Park, who won last week at Kiski by a score of 37-14. The Indians last week dropped one to the Gateway Gators by a score of 19-7. Captains are on the field. The Indians in the gold helmets, the white jerseys, white pants. Bethel Park in the black helmets, black jerseys with orange trim, white numbers, and the black pants. Blackhawks last year defeated Gateway at Heinz Field to win the Quad A championship. Third year in a row these teams have met. The Indians won the first one here a couple of years ago. And then last year, last 2 seasons, Bethel Park has won at UHOS McGinley Stadium. They won 2 years ago on a Hail Mary pass at the end of the game. And last year they also were victorious in a game probably Penn Hills should have won. They probably should have won both games at UHOS McGinley Stadium. So the Indians a little bit of an agenda tonight, looking for some revenge against the Bethel Park Blackhawks. Indians have won the toss. They have elected to receive. And we will be getting underway here shortly at Blackhawk Stadium. Indians are led by their sophomore quarterback, Chaz Whitaker, number 4. Coaches were somewhat hesitant to let him open things up last week, but in talking with Coach Graham this week, the Indians are looking to let him get things going. They impressed him in a couple plays last week. They only threw down the field twice. He was 1 for 2 throwing downfield. But he had a long pass to Cullen Christian, which was complete, and the touchdown pass on the wide receiver screen. Both calls were audibles. So the coaches are feeling that young Chaz Whitaker, getting a grasp of the offense as a sophomore, are going to let him open things up. Trying to get the ball downfield a bit more today. The Indians have some very speedy receivers, Brandon Eiffel, Cullen Christian, and Chris Washington. Kids that can get down the field quickly. And Whitaker can get the ball to them. So we'll see if the Indians, in fact, do open things up here tonight in Bethel Park. The Indians will be home next week to take on the Golden Tornado of Butler. And the following week, they'll also be home to take on the North Allegheny Tigers. So after tonight, this is the longest road trip of the year for the Indians, thank goodness, after what it took to get here tonight. For those of you who made the trip, God bless you if you took the Parkway. I unfortunately went that way as well. 2 hours to get here tonight from Penn Hills, usually which would take about 40 minutes. Bethel Park teeing it up downfield. Number 1, Brandon Eiffel, and now on the near side, that would be Chris Washington. Clock is set. The officials give the go-ahead. And we are underway at Bethel Park. Kick high, short. Holding at the 20, looking to go right side, needing a block, does not get it. Will go down at the 21 is Christian Flewellen. And the Indians will start at their own 21.
Tackle by number 25, Shane Jordan. First down and 10 at the Penn Hills 21-yard line.
Whitaker with the I formation behind him. Play action, rolling this way, gets the pass underway, and then he's short. Little short pass, underthrown, intended for Terrell Roberson, who had a nice game rushing in the first half last week before Gateway solved the Indians' running game. But the Indians do, in fact, come out throwing, and Whitaker starts off 0-1. Nice facility here at Bethel Park. Nice field turf. In fact, when we were here 3 years ago, that was the first game played on the turf here at Bethel Park. Indians will keep it on the ground. Roberson up the middle, breaks the tackle, comes to the near side across the 40. Roberson running a man towards the corner. Finally wrapped up, brought down about the 39-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 40. And there's an injured Black Hawk back at about the 30-yard line. Roberson did a nice job just straight up the middle. We'll give him 39 yards on the carry and a first down. Broke a tackle into the secondary. And then it was a race to the corner and was finally caught up with by Matthew Bliss at about the 40-yard line. And Bethel Park finally getting their injured player off the field. Looked like he didn't want to come. Indians come quickly. Again, Roberson deep in the eye. That's Keith Paschal in front. Whitaker throws. Pass was intended for Ray Harris, but Harris wasn't looking. And the pass will be incomplete. He'll be looking at a 2nd down and 10, and Chris Washington comes in. And out goes Eiffel. Roberson. Not a lot there as Bethel Park closed quickly. We'll give him 2. And the Indians will be looking at a 3rd down and 8. Bethel Park comes out with the ball, but the officials say no, he was down.
And 2, 3rd down and 8 for the Penn Hills Indians.
Harris comes near field, Eiffel to the right. Chris Washington, slot receiver to the right side. I formation behind Whitaker. Indians go without a tight end. Straight drop. The left-handed quarterback looks to the right, throws in a pass, almost intercepted, was intended towards Eiffel. Came in a bit high, and it'll bring up a 4th down at the 37-yard line, and it looks like the Indians will go the conservative route and bring on Farraco to punt. Clock will stop with 10:32 to go here in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. Penn Hills, Bethel Park. Farraco stands on his side of the 50-yard line. Boot high, short, and will go out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. We'll see where we're going to mark him. And it will mark him at the 29-yard line. 10:25 to go first period. We are scoreless. Penn Hills, Bethel Park. You're watching Indians football on Comcast. A little movement on the line as the Blackhawks come. Did the Indians jump off? Apparently the way the officials are pointing and walking. They say that is the case. So without doing anything, Blackhawks gain 5 yards, and it's 1st down and 5. And Bethel Park keeps it on the ground, and the Indians close quickly. Aaron Donald and Taylor Adams on the tackle. And it'll be a loss of 2. And Bethel Park looking at a 2nd down and 7. Ray Ford, the ball carrier for the Blackhawks. Quarterback is Matthew Bliss. Backs are split behind Bliss. He'll roll this way, looking downfield. Coverage is tight. The ball hit out of his hand. It is a fumble. Bethel Park recovers it back at the 21-yard line. Looked like Ray Harris on the blitz knocked the ball out of Bliss's hands.
Penn Hills Indians pressure coming from number 7, Harris Raymond.
And that'll be lost back to the 21-yard line. Be a loss of 11, and it's going to be 3rd down and long for Bethel Park. Indians come on the blitz. There's the pressure. Delay handoff. And Bethel Park does a nice job to make positive yardage out of it. It should have been dropped in the backfield. Finally coming up to make the tackle was Michael Jackson, who had the touchdown called back last week. But Bethel Park will have to bring on the punting unit after a gain of 2. Clock will run, 8:35 to go here opening quarter. Bethel Park quickly gets the punting unit on, try to catch the Indians unprepared. Washington hauls it in at the 43-yard line, and he'll lose 2 on the return. So the Indians will take over with 8:24 to go here in the first period. They're going to mark them at the 40-yard line. So the Indians' nice starting field position. Let's see what they can do with it.
Hey, Hawkins, tonight game will be broadcast on the Chance Sports Network. You can relive all the action of tonight's game by going to chancesportsnetwork.com. The Chance Sports Network, where champions are heard.
I formation behind Whitaker. And they'll keep it on the ground. Roberson looking for somewhere to go. He'll get a couple of yards out to the 43-yard line. And Roberson another 3 to add to his total. Roberson 3 carries, unofficially 44 yards. Whitaker looks like he was on the option. Nobody went with him. And it'll be no gain. Wasn't sure if Roberson was supposed to follow him to the right. Did the fake to pass roll up the middle. Whitaker went right. And nobody went with him. So it'll remain 3rd down and 7 to go. Whitaker gets the play from the sideline as Brandon Eiffel brings it in. Oh, he had a penalty. Did you see that, Bob? So it remains 2nd down. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 instead of 3rd down and 7. Roberson follows the blocks right side across the 40 out to about the 41-yard line. Will gain 3, and the Indians looking at a 3rd, and we'll call it 9. Clock runs, approaching 7 minutes to go here, opening period. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed anything yet. Whitaker looking this way, throws, has a man, and pass batted at the line. Whitaker 0 of 4 so far in quarter number 1. And the Indians will punt for the 2nd time tonight. Clock stops with 6:48 to go.
Brady Ford and Boober all get back deep to receive the punt for the Hawks. Punting for the Indians, number 82, Michael Franco.
Franco gets the snap from Joe Henshaw. Excuse me, Joe Cerro. Bounce punt picked up at the 28-yard line. Nice return by Bethel Park, finally brought down by the Indians' Jamalcus Jameson. And the Indians turn it over basically right where they had the ball. There's a net of 1 yard on the punt. Bethel Park will have it at the Indian 42-yard line. The kick and the return, the Indians just gave them a yard. Bethel Park keeps it on the ground. Nice running, finally brought down by Taylor Adams. Not until Jared Pratt picks up what looks like a first down. Miles Davis came on the blitz, and it looked like he had Bliss before he handed the ball off. Officials are conferring. They're going to bring this one back. False start against Bethel Park. So instead of being a 1st and 10 at the 32, it's going to be 1st and 15 back at the 47. That's big. Bethel Park. For their sake, it remains first down.
Official timeout. The ball down spotted in Penn Hills territory after 47-yard line.
Official timeout. Looks like one lost a sandbag or something back about the Bethel Park 25-yard line. And the back judge ran down to pick it up. Looked like it was his. Oh, back to action. Bliss will throw. Under pressure, gets the pass away. Complete near side. Michael Jackson on a tackle and Sean Sharkey. But Bethel Park gets it down to the 36-yard line. To pick up we'll call it 11. So on a 1st and 15, they get 11. Now I'm looking at a 2nd down and 4. Jared Pratt again with the reception. Looked like there was movement on the left side of the line. Yes, there was. Slot receiver went before the count, and it'll cost Bethel Park 5 yards. Like Alex Barafo for Bethel Park. Went ahead of the count.
2nd down and 9 for the Hawks.
I don't know, maybe it's 2nd down and 9. Indians with a 6-man front. Come on the blitz, and Bliss will be sacked. Walter Moultrie and Lamont Kaiser will sack Bliss back at the 46-yard line. 13-yard loss.
So bring up a third down at 21 to go.
It'll be 3rd and 21. And I think Bethel Park took too much time. Flag, yes it is. So Bethel Park took over at the Penn Hills 42-yard line, and now they're back at the Indian. They're back at their own 41. So it's 3rd and 27-ish. Indians doing a nice job bringing the pressure. Play action, and Bliss will be sacked again. Coming on the blitz on the right side was Walter Moultrie, who had a heck of a game last week. And Walter Moultrie blitzes from the right side and sacks Bliss back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4. And Bethel Park will have to punt, and they like to get that punting unit on and get ready to go before the Indians can set up. Eiffel back at his 31-yard line. Line drive kick comes this way to Washington, who catches it on the fly. Gets away from one man, goes to the right side, and is brought down at the 45-yard line.
Washington on the return for the Indians.
Nice return by the Wiz to the 46. And the Indians, nice starting field position once again. See if they can do anything with it. 3:34 to go here in the opening period. Still scoreless. Penn Hills and Bethel Park. The Indians taking on the defending Quad A champion Bethel Park Black Hawks.
WPIAL football playoffs and championship game is the MSA Sports Network.
Harris goes in motion to the right. Throwback pass. Is he going to throw it? What's he going to do with it? No, he's going to come this way. That's actually a lateral, so it'll be a run. And he'll be losing 6 yards back to the 40-yard line.
Loss of 6 on the play.
From the way that one set up on the backward pass, I thought maybe Harris was going to throw it from that. But now there's an injured Indian, and it looks like it is Harris. 3:15 to go, opening period. We are scoreless. Penn Hills, Bethel Park. You are watching Indians football on Comcast.
Second down 16 for the Indians.
Inside handoff, Roberson right side. He'll get across the 50-yard line, or to the 50-yard line. He will cross it. At least it looks like on the near side.
Back with number 55, Anthony Herco.
We're going to mark him at the 50. So it's a gain of 10 for Roberson, and the Indians looking at a 2nd down and 6.
At the 50-yard line.
Whitaker on the option, keeps it. I think perhaps wisely, and he'll lose 3 yards.
Whitaker on the carry. Brought down by number 51, Adam Lasenga.
Whitaker came this way, but he had 3 Blackhawks in front of him, and I think wisely did not pitch the ball.
Ball sent Boober Offfield, Ray Ford back to receive.
Clock running under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
24 of the Indians and rated
Mike
2.
Faracca on to punt for the 3rd time tonight. Each team punting twice so far. Fair catch called for and made at the 43-yard line. There's 1:42 to go here in the opening quarter, and neither team has really done much of anything.
Always flag the Hawks, 30-yard line.
But the Indian defense has played very well, I must say. Bethel Park keeps it on the ground, wrapped up and brought down by Taylor Adams after a pickup of 7.
Tackled by number 56, Adams, and 8, Blakeman. Game is 7, second down 3 for the Hawks.
Second down and 3 for Bethel Park. And again, Bethel Park takes too much time.
Delay of game, Bethel Park.
So instead of 2nd and 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. If you're Bethel Park, you're your own worst enemy tonight. No turnovers so far. It's been a clean game, but neither offense doing anything much because of the play of both defenses. Bethel keeps it on the ground, and the Indians, Aaron Donald will drop Pratt for a loss back at the 39-yard line. Caught a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd down and 9. So Sean Sharkey in on the tackle. 30 seconds on the game clock. 13 seconds on the play clock. Bethel Park will throw, and he gets away from 1, gets away from 2, from 3, and finally brought down at the 35-yard line.
Brought down by number 6, Miles Davis.
Miles Davis on the tackle, along with 83. You know we don't have an 83 on the roster. And that'll do it. After 1 period of play, we are scoreless. Penn Hills, Bethel Park. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Second quarter about to get underway. Number 83, Eric Vincent. Check rate, 282 is on the roster. But Bethel Park will punt for the 3rd time tonight. And Eiffel from the 31. Call for a fair catch.
Eiffel's knee was down.
Oh, knee was down at the 31.
At the 32-yard line of the Indians. Vargo's punt is 31 yards. With no return. 1st down 10 at the Indians' 32-yard line.
Whitaker from the shotgun, inside handoff. Roberson looking for somewhere to go. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. Gets up to the 35-yard line. Does a nice job to turn a loss into a 3-yard gain. And the Indians will be looking at a 2nd down and 7. Roberson escaped 2 men in the backfield. He managed to get himself out to the 35 and give the Indians some positive yardage. Big difference between 2nd and 7 and 2nd and 13. More than just the 6 yards. Whitaker on the keeper, looking for somewhere to go. Gets to the outside, across the 35, spun down, up to the 38-yard line. That was Brandon Eiffel in its quarterback position.
Brought down by number 86, Ryan Sherry.
Oh, another 3-yard pickups. 3rd down and 4 now for the Indians.
Gain of 3, 3rd down and 4 for the Indians.
Eiffel still in at quarterback. This way, does the reverse. Washington left side, has a man to beat. and doesn't. Beats the first one. Matthew Bliss comes up to make the tackle at the 40-yard line after a gain of 2. And it'll bring up a 4th down now for the Indians. Has some movement on the line, nothing called. Fracco, kick away, line drive taken at the 30-yard line. Breaking tackle inside the 50, up across the 45, finally down at the Indian 40-yard line. Eric Vincent and Sean Sharkey on the tackle.
40-yard return. Flag on the play.
Personal foul call going against Bethel Park. Again, they're their own worst enemy. A great field position at the 37-yard line. So this one's going to get marched back to the Indian, about what, 48? The Indian 47.
We'll take the Hawks back to their own 47-yard line. 1st and 10.
High formation behind Bliss. They'll keep it on the ground and coming up to make a nice tackle.
Ready for it up the middle.
The Indians' Eric Vincent. About a half a yard, we'll call it no gain. Now we'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9. Bethel Park sends their end in motion to the right side. They will throw. Pass. Short thrown on the right side. Alex Barafio, the intended receiver. Mike Jackson and Malik Blakeman on the coverage. Now to bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Bethel. A nice facility out here at Bethel Park. Actually a stadium. The bleachers on both sides of the field. Artificial surface. Bethel will throw, no surprise. Looking in the pocket, looking downfield. The ball looks like it was batted in the air, and it is caught at the 30-yard line. I thought it might have been tipped, but the pass was hauled in by Lewis Dibby at the 30. 22 yards on the reception. That's a 1st down for Bethel Park. And deepest penetration of the night for the Black Hawks.
22-yard pass was given up for Bethel Park. 1st down. Pratt on the carry.
Bethel keeps it on the ground. Moultrie. This is Michael Jackson and Taylor Adams.
Get it 1 second and 9.
He gained of a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 for Bethel Park. Bethel keeps it on the ground, big hole left side, inside the 10, 5, touchdown Bethel Park. Ray Ford, a 29-yard run. And Bethel gets on the board first.
extra point. Booth off in the hole.
Touchdown coming with 7:33 to go here in the opening half. And the kick is up and good. 7:33 to go, second quarter. Bethel Park 7, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Black Hawks go 53 yards in 5 plays, a 29-yard touchdown run by Brave Ford. They are up 7-0. Short kickoff. Fair catch called for by Sean Sharkey.
Sharkey on the fair catch for the Indians.
Well, we'll have it at the 25-yard line. I think he was just trying to tell the other guys he was going to catch it. Because then I got it. It's a fair catch.
25-yard line of the Indians.
The Indians take over at their 25. 7:17 remain here in the first half. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Roberson, left side, nowhere to go. Breaks a tackle. And we'll get 3 yards to the 28-yard line. Another nice run by Roberson.
Tackle number 81, Chris Rizzo. Number 19, Jared Pratt.
And again, Roberson takes negative yards and turns it into a positive. Mike Airgood getting a breather from the line. High formation behind Whitaker. Single receiver each way. And the Indians will keep it on the ground and nothing doing there.
Whitaker.
Roberson will lose a yard this time.
Tackle number 51.
And it'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Indians. Or Roberson, the 5'8", 165-pound junior. The workhorse thus far this season for the Indians running game. Indians looking for someone to replace Teddy Blakeman from last year.
Flag on the play.
And they say the Indians took too much time.
Delay of game, Penn Hills.
I think it's the 4th delay of game penalty we've seen this so far in this half. First one for the Indians. Whitaker on a delay to Roberson as a whole. Gets across the 25. Up to about the 29-yard line. 7 yards for Roberson, but it'll bring up another 4th down for the Indians.
And 4 back to receive the punt from the Indians. Number 82, Correcto.
Fracco gets the kick away. Nice job. Ball is loose on the field, and it looks like Bethel Park has it at the 50-yard line. Yes, they do. Bethel has it with 5:04 to go in the half. At the midfield stripe.
Be sure to log on to PittsburghSports.com after the game on Saturday morning for a complete recap featuring today's stats and close. As part of the game of the week, the lucky fan will receive a $25 Sheets gas card and a complimentary 1-year subscription to Pittsburgh Sports Report.
Bethel keeps it on the ground. Bray Ford again. Brought down by Michael Jackson at the 44-yard line after a pickup of 6.
6-yard gain, second down 4 for the Hawks.
The Hawks looking at a second down and 4. Clock running, 4:45 to go. So we need having those play clocks in the end zone, all of the NFL. That's what a tax base will get you. And the Indians jump off sides. Miles Davis fell for the Cadence. And the offsides penalty will give Bethel a first down. In high school football, if you jump into the neutral zone, they do not give you the opportunity to jump back. So once you break that plane, it's an offsides call, which I've always hated that rule. And Bethel will call timeout. 4:20 to go, first half. Hawks 7, Indians nothing. You're watching Penn Hills football on Comcast. First down and 10 for the Hawks inside the Indian 40-yard line. Keep it on the ground. Ford again. The Indians don't seem like they've solved the Ford problem yet. Michael Jackson will bring him down at the 33 after a pickup of 6. It's Ford's 29-yard touchdown run, which put the Hawks up 6-0. The extra point, we are at 7-0. Hawk under 4 minutes in running. Ford again, this way. And again, Michael Jackson with the carry, with the tackle. Late penalty flag comes in.
8-yard gain.
Call a late hit against the Indians.
Ball is spotted at the Indians' 13-yard line in the Hawk zone.
So half the distance to the goal, down to the 13-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Penalty flag from there usually means it's a false start. No, delay of game. Something's got to be screwy here. They know it's 25 seconds. I mean, they must have started a play clock way early. Unless the referee was looking at the play clock in the end zones, which perhaps weren't reset. That seemed awfully quick to be a delay of game penalty. Because, I mean, they were up to the line quickly. The Hawks fans disagree, and I tend to agree with the Hawks fans. Ford again has a hole, gets inside the 15, gets some of the penalty yards back. They'll mark him at the 13, so he will get the 5 yards back.
Brought down by number 20, Jackson.
Michael Jackson again on the tackle.
They'll bring up a second down 11.
Indians look like they've kind of gone away from their blitzing attack that they had run very well earlier in the half. It looks like they're just kind of sitting back waiting for Bethel. We do well advised to go back with that blitz package. Aaron Donald finally knocks Ford down to the 6-yard line after a pickup of 7.
gained 6 yards on the play.
It'll be first and goal, Bethel at the 6-yard line. And Penn Hills calls timeout. So the Indians defense will head to the sideline to talk things over. And as I said, they did well whenever they were in the attack mode. They've kind of gone away from that. Just kind of sitting back waiting for Bethel to bring it to them. And there's William in action.
We'd also like to thank some of our sponsors for all your chiropractic needs. Call Bethel Park Chiropractic.
Lord loves a working man. Well, last week, Bethel, or the Indian defense, had Gateway commit forced 5 turnovers in the red zone. Ford, there he goes, left side again, down towards the end zone, to the 1-yard line.
Brought down by number 27, Sean Sharkey.
Indians right now just look like they're kind of standing around on defense. It's first and
After 1-yard line, out the Indians.
first and goal at the 1. Power I. Ford is deep. And it'll be Ford into the line, into the end zone, touchdown Penn Hills. Bethel Park just made it look so easy. Now they lead by 13 with 2:28 to go in the half.
Number 91, Chris Bagley, moved off the other hole for the extra point.
7 plays, 50 yards. It was all Bray Ford.
And the
kick is up and good. 2:28 to go, first half to score. Hawks 14, Indians nothing. You're watching Penn Hills football on Comcast.
For the Hawks, number 91, Chris Bagley. Back to receive for the Indians, Michael and Washington.
Bethel Park to kick off for the second time tonight. I think if you're the Indian offense, you need to really start opening up, start going downfield. Running game just hasn't been there. I mean, Roberson's been running well, but penalties have hurt them, and they've not been able to pick up the first downs. Good check. I don't even think the Indians have completed a pass so far. Kick. Eiffel at the 13-yard line, looking for somewhere to go. Breaks a tackle with the 20 and works his way out to the 28-yard line. Nice return by B.I. And the Indians with 3 timeouts left, 2:21 on the clock. Oh, a long way to go.
Return 12 will be the first down and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Indians.
Phil Morford in at quarterback for the Indians. Roberson, left side, cuts back, gets a block. Well, close to a first down for the Indians. He does get it, picks up 11.
Roberson dropped out by number 27, Nick Kwiatkowski.
And this one's coming back.
The legal procedure on Penn Hills.
Officiating crew's been really throwing the towels tonight, haven't they? Hey, Steeler game was last night. You waved the yellow flags last night, not tonight. But they've been going both ways. Still first down, but it'll be first and 15.
First down 15 for the Indians.
So instead of having it first down at the 38-yard line, we're going to start at the 22. Oh my.
Ball will start at the Indians 22-yard line. Thank you, John.
Morford still in at quarterback for the Indians. Roberson. Stacked up at the line, nothing doing there. Had 3 Black Hawks waiting for him. And it'll be second down and 15, and
no gain.
Bethel calls a timeout with 1:43 to go. Let's take a break. 1:43 to go, first half. The Indians trail by 14. You're watching Penn Hills football on Comcast. Following the timeout, the Indians come to the line. 1:45 to go, first half. The Indians keep it on the ground. Nothing doing there. Keep Paschal to the 24-yard line. We'll pick up 2.
Picked up by Adam Lazenga.
And it'll be third down and 13.
Gain of 2, third down 13 for the Indians.
Hawks, 1 timeout left. Good thing they called a timeout last play. They should have called a timeout on this one. Following the probably after the third down play, they'll use their final timeout. Indians will probably keep it on the ground to force Bethel to use the timeout. Paschal. Brought down for a loss back at the 21-yard line. Blackhawks are into the backfield as the Indians are getting the ball. We'll lose 3. Bethel will use their final timeout of the half with 58 seconds to go. I wonder if the Indians are just crazy enough to fake a punt now. Seen that many times. Yeah, but I would say not on 4th and 15. So Bethel should get good field position following the Farraco kick.
Back receive for the Hawks, Bubarofio.
Kwiatkowski and Barofio back for Bethel. Farraco kicked that one straight out of bounds.
Barraco's punt, went out of bounds.
That was a 3-yard kick. Indians might as well have faked it.
At the Indian 25-yard line.
Bethel will throw. Pass underneath. Wide open. Man inside the 15-10. A flag at the 9-yard line. The pass will go out at the 5.
Number 1, Eichel, flag on the play. Holding Bethel Park.
They're marked 10 yards off from the spot of the foul, which was the 10-yard line, so we'll have it at the 20. So it's 1st and 5.
1st and 5 for the Hawks at the 20-yard.
And that one batted at the line.
This is pass slipped out of his hands. Incomplete. 2nd down 5 for the Hawks. The football boosters raffle The winner of the $1,500
Pass incomplete. It'll be second down and 5.
$100 Giant Eagle gift cards, Alex McCampbell. Winner of 2 Steeler tickets and a $50 Delalo's
Indians will call timeout. Clock was already stopped, but the Indians wanted to discuss some defense on the far side of the field. So the clock will stop for the moment with 38.9 seconds. We'll call it 39 seconds for all intents and purposes. And the coach is on to rally the troops. Big possession here for the Indians as far as the Blackhawks are concerned. The Indians already trail by 14. They do not want Bethel to get into this end zone. That'll be a large mountain to climb. The defense was playing very inspired early. Maybe they've just been on the field a bit too much.
Second down 5 for the Hawks in the Hawk zone.
Play action. Bethel rolls this way. Quarterback keeper out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Be close to a first down. And I believe it will be.
At the 15-yard line.
And it is.
Good enough for Bethel Park. First down. With 33 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 15 with 33.7 seconds. And the play clock winding down here under 20. Bethel to throw towards the end zone and a pass overthrown.
This pass is incomplete, intended for Boobarapio.
Malik Blakeman was on the coverage, and nicely so. The pass incomplete. Bethel Park, no timeouts left, 29 seconds to go. So you think that they're sort of compelled to throw the football at this point at the 15-yard line. So plenty of time, a little swing pass over to the sideline where a back can get out of bounds. High formation. We'll keep it on the ground. Ford inside the 15 towards the sideline, out of bounds at the 10-yard line. We'll stop the clock on the out of bounds. We'll pick up 5. It'll be third down and 5 at the 15-yard line. Blakeman on the tackle. I'll give him the 14, a pickup of 6. But Ford did get out of bounds.
Third down field for the Hawks.
Well, if you're the Indians, this is where you bring the troops.
9-yard line.
Bethel's got to go end zone here. Try to stop the clock to bring out the field goal unit. Indians do indeed bring the blitz towards the end zone. Caught for a touchdown! Blakeman was tight on the coverage. Nothing more he could do. Alex Barafio hauled it in. And Bethel extends their lead. I think the Indians, you make them redo it. On the pass play, Miles Davis came on the blitz, hit Bliss as he threw the football, but Bliss still able to deliver a beautiful pass into the corner of the end zone to Barafio. Blakeman was on the coverage. You can't fault Blakeman on that one early. I mean, he was there. The pass was perfectly thrown. Barafio caught it on the dive and hauled in 6 points. Just reset the ball. Well, there you go. The holding penalty cost Bethel Park a point.
Score now lead, Bethel Park 20, Penn Hills 0.
How about that? A little positive for the Indians. There hasn't been much so far here in this first half, but the Indians will get it with 18.5 seconds to go. At least that's what the kickoff will be. Eiffel back with Washington to his left. And Christopher Paglia to kick off for Bethel Park. He has not kicked one deep to Eiffel or Washington yet, I don't think. Yeah, high, short. Caught and brought down at the 36-yard line. Sean Sharkey. It should have been a fair, he should have fair caught.
Number 9, Luke Calcito.
Now, how did that cost 3 seconds?
Ball spotted at the Indians 35-yard line. First down 10.
Whitaker back in a quarterback for the Indians. Delay, Roberson, and Bethel Park is right there. I wonder, is there anybody in the middle of that line up front?
Number 54, Spiegel, and number 19, Jared Pratt.
Roberson will lose a yard, and that'll be the final play of the half. After one half of play, the score, Bethel Park 20, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Second quarter action about to get underway here at Bethel Park Black Hawk High School Stadium. With the score of Bethel Park 20, Penn Hills nothing. Stats of note from the first half: Terrell Robinson, 10 carries, 62 yards. A respectable 6.2 yard average. Let's work in that he had a 39-yard run added in there. Chaz Whitaker, 1 of 5, -6 yards. Actually, you know what? That should be 0 of 4. I'm going to have to correct that one, because that one pass that he rolled complete was a lateral. So the officials discussing things at center ice.
To be collecting the money at the home side concession stand. The winning ticket it's a red ticket. The winning amount is $946. The winning number is.
And coach is discussing things on the far side. I think he needs to come out with an onside kick.
Will be the winner. Money at the home side concession stand, and as always, the Boosters, thank you for playing.
Bethel Park with 20 second quarter points. Scoring drives of 53, 50, and 25 yards.
The football boosters raffle winner $1,500, Julie Seavey. Winner 2 $500 Johnny gift cards, Alex McCampbell. Winner 2 stealing tickets and a $50 allowance gift card, Joe Seaman. And winner 2 pit football, 2 pit basketball tickets, Bailey Cummings.
Fracco at the 40-yard line. Kickoff angle this way and goes out of bounds. Quite the way the Indians wanted to get things started off here in the second half.
Kickoff went out of bounds.
Bethel will take it at the 35. And here we go. Ford. Right into the arms of the Indians, Mike Airgood, after a gain of 4 yards.
Number 58, Mike Airgood.
And they'll bring up a second down and 6. Mark him at the 39-yard line.
For the Hawks. The 39-yard line.
Bethel Park keeps it on the ground, and Aaron Donald will drop forward for a loss of 3 back at the 36-yard line. Indians got the pressure in that time. And Bethel Park will be looking at a 3rd down and 9. Clock running with 10:45 to go here, 3rd period, just underway for the 2nd half. Backs offset. And Bethel will throw, rolling this way, looking downfield, has a man in a pass, caught out of bounds. Ray Harris was on the coverage. Alex Barathio who caught the touchdown pass late in the 1st half. And it'll bring up a 4th and 9, and Bethel Park will have to punt. Fair catch called for, the ball fumbled, and Bethel Park have it at the 32. Officials say they do. It's Chris Washington with the fumble, and Bethel Park has it at the 32-yard line. Begin a new drive with 10:23 to go. This drive beginning at the 32. Indians coming with the pressure again this time. Morford will be sacked. He's going to say incomplete pass. Yes, they are. Miles Davis with the pressure on Mills, or excuse me, on Bliss. And Bethel Park fortunate that wasn't a fumble. I need to have replay here in the high school ranks. Ford breaks one tackle, and into the arms of Aaron Donald he goes at the 31-yard line. Will gain a yard. Both looking at a 3rd down and 9. Eric had him in the backfield. He shook loose, and then Aaron Donald dropped him for the short gain. And now Bethel looking at a 3rd and 9. Bethel keeps it on the ground. We'll have a 1st down close to the 20-yard line. Down to the 21 goes Derek Clopey. Michael Jackson with the tackle, but not until he picks up 10 and a 1st down. And there's an injured Indian on the field. Taylor Adams. And the training staff on, and we'll take a break. 9:28 to go, 3rd quarter. Hawks up by 20. You're watching Indians football on Comcast. Taylor Adams walks off under his own power. Good sign for the Indians. The Blackhawks with a 1st down at the 21-yard line. Opie again this way. Ray Harris will undercut him at the 17-yard line after a pickup of 4.
5-yard gain, 2nd down, 5.
We're going to mark him at the 16. Give him 5, 2nd and 5.
Pratt on the carry.
Short gain up to the 14-yard line.
And we're in the hot zone.
Pratt picks up 2 for Bethel Park. We'll call it 3rd down and 3.
Timeout, Bethel Park.
Bethel Parker call a timeout. 8:12 to go, 3rd quarter. Hawks still up by 20. You're watching Indians football on Comcast.
Penn's tickets to Sheets Gas Card and a free Pittsburgh Sports Report subscription for 1 year. Very clear on the carry.
Back to action here. Bethel Park down to about the 8-yard line as it's 1st and goal Blackhawks.
Hey, Hawk fans, the 50-50 raffle was not claimed yet. I'll announce the number again. It's a red ticket, number 385-421. Please come to the home side concession stand.
Listen to all the prizes they're giving away here at Bethel Park. Penalty flag. Tyree Turner drops forward back at the 16, but I think this one's going to be dead before this one even begins.
Will also get the Sheets card, the Pittsburgh Sports Report, and the Pittsburgh Penguins tickets. So please come collect your $946 and everything else.
Giving away Penguin tickets, Steeler tickets, $500, couple of $500 Giant Eagle gift cards. Did you hear that? Wow. 50-50 was $1,500.
Illegal motion by the Hawks. 1st and goal from the 12-yard line.
Bethel keeps it on the ground this way.
Walking on the carry.
And into the arms of Mike Airgood. And there's an injured Indian.
58, Mike Airgood. Official timeout.
But getting up is Aaron Donald. The officials are going to make him go to the sideline because they stopped play.
Second down. 15 for the Hawks.
Bethel Park in the eye. Lopi, this time they go right side. And Brandon Eiffel will drop him for a loss back to the 20-yard line. Brandon Eiffel was not fooled. Bethel Park seems like they've been running exclusively to the left side. This time they go right. And they see why they haven't gone that way. They went into Brandon Eiffel. And BI drops him for a loss back to the 19. A loss of 4. That'll be 3rd and goal from the 19-yard line.
3rd down, 19 for the Hawks.
Bethel Park will throw, looking towards the end zone, and the pass incomplete. Ray Harris was between 2 guys, 2 Blackhawks, but the pass incomplete, and it brings up a 4th and goal from the 19-yard line. Bethel Park up by 3 touchdowns. Why not go for it from here? If you don't get it, do something to pin Bethel Park deep, but now they're going to bring out the field goal unit. Bagley had to try it from 37 yards.
36-yard attempt. Kick is up.
Kick is up.
There it is.
And the kick is good.
The Indians, Eiffel and Washington.
So they tack on the 5 yards before the kickoff, and they're going to kick off at the 45. I thought it was a 15-yarder. They're going to kick off from the other 45. Washington from the 20-yard line, looking for somewhere to go. Has a little bit of a lane up the middle. Comes to the near side, has a foot race, bump up towards the 50-yard line. Loses the football, and Bethel Park will have it.
Brought down by number 27, Nick Pankowski.
Second turnover of the half for the Indians. They fumbled a punt, and now they fumbled the kickoff. Washington with a nice return, but hit from behind and stripped, and the ball rolled into Bethel Park territory and fallen on at the 38-yard line. Nothing doing much there for Bethel Park. Miles Davis, Michael Jackson, Lamont Kaiser all in on the tackle, loss of a yard. I think you're going to see a whole dose of Bethel Park running. They're up by 3 touchdowns. With a couple of 2-point conversions added in. Bethel Park breaks a tackle, goes right side, finally brought down by Keith Paschal.
Ball is brought at the 45-yard line at Bethel Park. 3rd down and 3.
Pick up of 8, it'll be 3rd and 3. Clock running, 5:15 to go here, 3rd quarter. Bethel runs this way, loses a tackle in the backfield, does not lose a second one. Walter Moultrie will tackle the Hawks for a loss back to the 41-yard line. Loss of 4. Nice play by Moultrie. We'll bring on the punting unit for Bethel Park. We'll see if the Indian offense finally gets a shot this half. Not been on the field yet. Bethel Park has had 3 possessions. Eiffel from the 31, looking for somewhere to go. Gets a little bit of a wall to the left side. Eiffel across the 40-45. He'll have it close to midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48-yard line. And the Indian offense will finally make its way onto the field. Mark him at the 49. Great field position for the Indians. And the Indians need to get something going. And the Indians haven't been throwing downfield at all. If we're going to start doing that, now is the time. And the Indians will use a timeout before they even get a playoff. 4:15 to go, third quarter. Bethel Park 23, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching Indians football on Comcast.
Red ticket 385 421. The $9.46. And everything PittsburghSports.com has to offer. Cheap gas cards, the penalty tickets, and a 3-year subscription to Pittsburgh Sports Report. To stop up to the home side of the freshman stand. Thank you. One of the things of our sponsors tonight, Indian Clark Consumer Products. Trusted and most recognized consumer brands, Go Hawks. The Jerry Sinello Insurance Agency. Take the personal interest in protecting what you value most. Best wishes to the Blackhawks on another successful season. Roller chiropractic needs call the Bethel Park Chiropractic Clinic. Dr. Marcinko staff at Big Variety Chiropractic Care. To the Bethel Park Athlete Gender Banding for over 25 years. Call the Bethel Park Chiropractic Clinic for a free exam to see if Dr. Marcinko can help you. Call at 835-0636.
Chaz Whitaker has the Indians at the line. 1st and 10, Penn Hills at their own 49. They trail by 23. Roberson on the delay will lose a yard. And the Indians going no huddle. Roberson has to go off. In comes Paschal. Whitaker throws downfield. Eiffel will have a first down and more. Finally, the Indians start throwing downfield. They'll have a first down at the 37-yard line. 15 yards on the pass completion to Brandon Eiffel. And a first down for the Indians. Paschal, left side. Wrapped up after a pickup of 3.
Paschal on the carry. Brought down by number 4, Drew Wolbers.
It'll be 2nd down and 7. And the Indians with the no huddle. Whitaker towards the end zone, and he overthrows. His pass is intercepted. Bethel Park will have it at the 1-yard line.
Is intercepted on number 27, Nick Kwiatkowski.
And there's an injured Indian in the end zone. I think it's Eiffel. And it is. Are they going to mark Bethel Park? I think they're going to give it to him at the 3.
The ball will be spotted in Bethel Park territory at their 3-yard line. 1st and 10. Going to take our sack guy for the night, Joe Brzezinski. First down 10, Hawks at the 3-yard line.
Bethel with their own 3-yard line following the interception. And before they get started, Bethel will lose half the distance back to the 1.5.
Flag on the play. Good ball. Ball start on the Hawks. And we have the distance of the goal. It will be spotted.
Not a good sign for the Indians either. Cullen Christian having his ankle checked by Dr. Rogal on the bench on the far side of the field. Ford eludes his end zone, gets himself out to the 5-yard line into the arms of Key Paschal.
Tackle by number 23, Key Paschal. 4-yard gain.
And Bethel gets a little breathing room out to the 6-yard line.
Second down 8 for the Hawks.
Indians with a nice surge will drop. No, they won't drop. Will stay on his feet. Finally wrapped up at the 5-yard line. Indians air good and Sharkey. We'll drop him at the 5 for a loss of 1. Indians should have had him about the 1 or 2 yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Third down 9 for the Hawks.
I don't think you'll see Bethel throw either. Clock running 1:45 to go into 3rd. They're up by 23. They want to milk the clock as much as they can. Ford from his own end zone goes right side, and the Indians are there. Malik Blakeman wraps him up at the 10-yard line after a pickup of 5. But it'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 5 for the
4th down and 4. Number 20, Philip Barker.
Hawks. Now the punting unit comes in. Eiffel back in for the Indians, along with Chris Washington. It's a flag at the line of scrimmage. Eiffel from his 45, looking for somewhere to go. Getting the wall to the left side, across the 35-30, and tripped up at the 27-yard line. A flag at the line of scrimmage. It's offsides. It's a 1st down for Bethel. It's a false start against Bethel Park, but I think the Indians will probably deny it. Take the football with 56 seconds to go, and the ball deep in Bethel territory at the 27-yard line. Best starting field position of the night for the Indians. Their deepest penetration as well.
Ball is spotted at the 27-yard line of the Hawks. 1st down 10, Penn Hills.
Philip Morford back in for the Indians. Morford's going to throw. Has a man to pass. Intercepted. It was intended for Michael Jackson. Bounces out of his hands and is picked off by the Blackhawks at the 23-yard line. Fourth turnover of the half for the Indians. We have run 5 offensive plays here in quarter number 3.
After the 24-yard line.
Bethel goes to that right side again. Sharkey and Eiffel on the tackle after a short gain. Oh, at 4, 2nd down and 6 for Bethel Park. Clock running now, 26 seconds.
25 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter of play.
Officials let it roll down to 20 seconds before starting the play clock, so Bethel doesn't need to run another play. And the coaches on the sideline are telling the Bethel offense just that. And that'll do it. After 3, Bethel Park 23, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. With Bethel Park up by 23 over the Indians. And Bethel will run into the line. Miles Davis and Lamont Kaiser on the tackle. Oh, a gain of a yard.
Third down, 5 Hawks.
Bethel this way.
Robbie on the carry.
Eiffel and Sharkey on the tackle. Well, Bethel will be short of the first down. Needed 5, got 4. Yeah, it looks like the punting unit will have to come back on. Oh, they did give him. Oh, they gave him the yardage. First down, Bethel Park. Aaron Donald will drop Pratt for a loss. I just call it no gain. They're going to give him progress to the line of scrimmage. That'll be second down and 10.
Gain of 1, second down 9 for the Hawks.
Pass complete, left side across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. It'll be a first down for Bethel Park out of the 44-yard line. 16 yards and a first down for the Blackhawks.
Ball spot in Indians territory after the 44-yard line.
Bethel this way, eludes one man, does not elude the second. Sharkey with the tackle at the 41-yard line. Gain of 3.
That was a 3-yard gain.
It'll be second down and 7. To mention the last time we were out here, Bob, well, we were here 3 years ago. Didn't have the boys with us. So we come out here over the winter over wrestling. So we're at a wrestling tournament. Boys want to see it. Last time we saw the field was snow on down on the field, so they didn't really get to take a look at it. This is brought Willie tonight. Last time we were out here at Bethel Park High School wrestling tournament. Young William down there on the sideline won the wrestling tournament here at Bethel Park. Yes, he did. He stacked up for a loss. Paschal and Kaiser on the tackle. Mike Airgood also in. That'll be a loss of 3. Third down and 10. So I never really mind the drive out of the Bethel Park since we did it frequently as well with the football, but also with the wrestling and everything. Today's drive was a little outrageous.
Ball spotted at the Indians 44-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the Parkway. For those of you who made it out here, fought that Parkway traffic, gold star for all of you. Bethel will throw. And he'll be sacked.
This was tripped up by number 54,
Tyree Turner will be credited for the sack.
Loss of 2.
It'll be a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th and 12. Clock now under 8 minutes. And Bethel Park up by 23.
We'll bring on number 20, Philip Vargo, the punt.
How long did it take you to get out here today, Bob?
Washington for the Indians.
But they're going to mark it. Looks like it fell into the end zone. They're going to mark him at the goal line? Oh, come on.
That was a 45-yard punt by number 20, Philip Vargo.
Oh, the Indians will start at their goal line. So 2 hours. Fought the traffic down. Abandoned the park. Couldn't get off at the Boulevard of the Allies. Abandoned at 2nd Avenue. Cut down through town. Wanted to get up on the ramp by the Hilton. That was all backed up. So just kind of circled around through town, out to Smithfield Street Bridge, up to the West End Bridge, and at 19 that way. All in all, 2 hours worth of driving just to get out here to Bethel Park. And that's another 2 points for Bethel Park. See if the Indians punt or kick off. I don't see a tee. It looks like Farraco will punt.
For Penn Hills, number 14, Vince Pampina.
Oh, Vince Pampina will punt for the Indians through the free kick. Pampina's kick taken at the 42-yard line. The Indians do a nice job of coverage and bring Bethel Park down at the 49. Bethel will have nice field position. Interesting though, 25-point lead halfway through the fourth quarter. You leave your starting quarterback in.
Ball behind the Hawks 48-yard line. First down 10.
Flag in the backfield. This one may cost another 10 yards to the Black Hawks. But Taylor Adams and Malik Blakeman will drop Bethel for a loss. And it's going to be holding. We're going to mark it off from the 44-yard line. So in essence, a 14-yard penalty. It'll be first and 24. Another flag comes in. Blakeman with the tackle at the 41-yard line. And another hold. Flag is at the 32. I don't know if they're going to leave it there. They're going to move it back because it hit a player and stopped. Oh, we're going back. I think Bethel Park gets a break. In essence, another 14-yard penalty. Flag was 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and the penalty's from the spot. They're going to mark this back to the 22.
They're selling whole pizzas for $6. Stop up and pick up a pizza. It's a good time to buy.
Bethel Park toss this way. Indians unable to make the tackle and into the secondary, finally brought down from behind. Aaron Donald comes up and says that's enough. 17 yards on the pickup.
15-yard gain. Takes the ball out to the Bethel Park 39-yard line.
So on a 1st and 28, they pick up 17. So now it's about 2nd and 11.
19 for Hawks.
2nd and 19, excuse me.
Walking on the carry.
Aaron Donald and Taylor Adams on the tackle.
Aaron Donald tackled by number 56, Taylor Adams.
Another loss. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long for Bethel. I'm sure they'll just run and get the clock moving again.
3rd down, 20 for the Hawks.
5:20, clock running. 25-0 Bethel.
Official timeout.
Official timeout. They're sending Aaron Donald off for something. Donald will go off. Nick Bernardi will come in. Officials are adding a lot of drama to this game. Big hole this way. Eiffel will drop the Hawks at the 44-yard line after a 6-yard pickup, but it'll bring up a 4th down. Nice open field tackle by Brandon Eiffel. And he'll drop back to receive the punt.
They'll bring in number 20, Bill Gardner, the punt. Eiffel Washington back deep to receive for the Indians.
Chris Washington joins Eiffel back at the 30. Punt goes over Washington's head, hits the 15, and bounces. Makes an Indian bounce and goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 3:44 to go, 4th quarter. The Indians trail by 25. You're watching Penn Hills football on Comcast.
I took you out of here, Jonathan. Not bad.
Watch
the computer until I get it back up.
That is the Hall of Fame night.
That's me trying to cut those out.
Indians keep it on the ground. Across the 20. Out to the 23-yard line.
Shoot.
Pick up a 4 for Denzel Sherrill. Indians pick up a 1st down. It's Blakeman. Blakeman out to the 30-yard line. Gets the Indians a 1st down. Blakeman again looking for somewhere to go. Right side. Chase from behind. Gets the corner. Gets across the 40-yard line. We'll have another first down after a pickup of 12 out to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back first downs for the Indians here late. Trying to get something going with 2:39 to go. Washington comes in motion to the near side. Blakeman, 3 in a row. And another first down, has a corner across the 40 in Bethel Park territory, ran out of bounds, close to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 29. 29-yard run for Blakeman will be brought back. Like anytime the Indians get a nice play going, it's called back. Thanks, Bob. It'll be 1st and 15. I'd come back with the same thing. Why not? Sherrill wrapped up after a gain of 1. Tyler Swatchik in on the Indians line. 1 yard for Sherrill. And Aaron Bailey. Maybe another yard.
For 32, Aaron Bailey on the carry.
3rd and 13 now for the Indians. Clock at 1:35 and running.
Brought down to number 74, Max Barrett.
Moultrie's your in. Moultrie will split to the near side. Patterson and Washington to the right. I formation behind Morford. Play action, rolls to his right. Gets away from one man, looking for somewhere to go throw. Gets the pass away. Hauled in and caught by Jamalcus Jamison. 4-yard pickup, but it's a 4th down for the Indians. And they'll go for it with under a minute, 50 seconds. Clock running. Washington and Moultrie this way. Patterson at the top of your screen. Orford, pass off the hands of Patterson, who was there.
Orford's pass is incomplete.
And the Indians turn the ball over on downs. With 32 seconds to go. At the 42-yard line, and Bethel Park needing only to fall on it. Bethel Park scores 5 points here in the second half. A field goal in the 3rd quarter, a safety in the 4th. And your final is going to be 25-0. Can't believe they actually did something other than take a knee. Javon Kirkland on the tackle with the 40-yard line after a pickup of 3.
Gain 3.
And they don't need to run another play.
And that will be the last play of the game.
That'll do it. Your final score here from Bethel Park. The Blackhawks 25, your Penn Hills Indians nothing. Indians fall to 0-2 on the season. Bethel Park moves up to 2-0. And the Indians need to lick their wounds and try to get something on track next week as they are home for the next 2 weeks against Butler and North Allegheny. Once again, your final score here from Bethel Park Black Hawk High School Stadium. Bethel Park 25, Penn Hills nothing. I'm Bill Navari. Thank you for watching Penn Hills Indians football on Comcast.